Hello and welcome into the Week 14 edition of the Commissioner's Corner in the League of Extraordinary Salesmen. The 49ers entered a 3-game skid by beating the Bears at home. Not sure if that's good or bad, but hey, we'll always take a 49er win. Where the Jets lose in spectacular fashion by giving up a field goal late and then a touchdown to the Dolphins in overtime. God, bad. But a congratulations goes out to Goody, earning the final weekly high score of the season, a 173.05 to 102.35 win over Tony. This was one of our games of the week, and Goody demolishes Tony to punch his playoff ticket and send Tony packing. Woo, congratulations. Let's take a look at our worst to first segment, brought to you by Matthew.
So that was bad. All bad. Bad. I don't know what the fuck happened. CMC didn't score a touchdown the whole fucking year. We got fucking tossed. Simmons was in the fucking pound house with me. The next fucking person behind us had 130 points fewer scored for just the third most points against. Like, this is not even close to the size of my asshole right now. So thank you, everybody. Congratulations goes out to Goody for being a kick-ass Matt. Jesse, way to fucking pull it out. Joseph, your brown paper bag kind of roster fucking looks dirty, but you know what? You cut a hole into it and that shit fucks. Good luck in the playoffs.
Thank you, Matthew. It's good to see that was our last worst to first segment of the season, and most importantly, coming from the Yuck for Yellow recipient, so all the more meaningful. With that, let's take a look at some other matchups from around the league. Val was firing on all cylinders with Zach Charbonnet and Puka Nacua going off to almost get the weekly high score, as she gets the easy 172.2 to 93.5 win over myself. Jeff didn't have much to play for in this game, and Matt takes advantage as he closes out his season on a high note with a 149.85 to 111.25 victory. As we take a moment to look back on that wild stat correction against Nick, that was the difference for Matt between going 7-7 and making the playoffs instead of Jacob, over being 6-8 and watching the playoffs from his couch. Brutal. Dolan, however, tried to make some last-minute moves, but this is what happens when you hitch your wagon to too many Cowboy players, as Nick locks up the number 3 seed with a 136.55 to 120.35 win. Jacob already secured a playoff spot, so he wasn't concerned here, but Simmons also ends his season with some positive momentum, earning the 148.85 to 140.3 win. And in our second game of the week, the Yuck for Yellow Bowl, Jesse was in a complete tailspin heading into this game, having lost 6 in a row to put himself here, while Matthews seemed destined for this all season, as he changed his team name in week 3. That being said, he didn't go down without a fight. Multiple waiver wire pickups, while burning some sage with a crystal, couldn't change his fortune here. In the end, Jesse gets the easy 159.2 to 75 victory and deliver the blow to Matthew, giving him the Yuck for Yellow placard.
Hey guys, lots to talk about this week. Bill Belichick in the college realm, very exciting. Next year, the NFL is playing in Berlin. Big news for German fans. And I hope that A.J. Brown can resolve whatever it is that he's got going on with Jalen Hurts, so they can shred and sip their tea, get rid of it, squash it, and move on. My team, as I'm headed into a bye this week, hopefully they can get it going for the playoffs. I really need him to come back big. This week, exciting announcements also. For the one follower or whoever's commenting on this video, thank you so much. But I do have to shout out Joseph. Happy 40th birthday this week, babe. You are so much to all of us in this league. You work so hard to put together these weekly videos and make this league fun and exciting, but you really are everything to me. So happy birthday. And Matthew, getting your fucking last place, you suck. Also, happy birthday on Saturday. Early 2 days, damn it. But anyway, it's time for your Sit or Sub of the Week segment. The sit of the week goes to Jacob, where he didn't bother adjusting his lineup for a player who was out. He left Breece Hall in, who got 0 points, over Romeo Odunze, who had 18.2 points on his bench. This 18-point difference would have been enough to get the win and have him face Jeff instead of Nick in the playoffs. The sub of the week goes to Matthew. He made every possible attempt to pick up players off the waiver wire to field a respectable team. This unfortunately didn't result in the win, but we will acknowledge the outstanding effort in an attempt to avoid that yuck for yellow placard. Also, I would just like to say to Goody, less than 1 point, maybe we can share that weekly high score. I am not a sponsor for Taco Bell. I don't play in the NFL, but if I am looking for a placement, that'd be great. I do love a cheesy gordita crunch. But anyway, this has been unofficially brought to you by Beach Deli Midtown, where Aloha is served daily.
Looking ahead to next week, it's officially time for the playoffs. 12 teams started, and now we're down to 6. Despite my loss to Val, I am the number 1 seed and will be on a bye this week. Val finishes with the same 11-3 record and locked up the other bye as the number 2 seed. In the first playoff matchup, Goody will be taking on Jeff. Goody is now one of the hottest teams in the league right now, as Jamar Chase has exploded for 135 points in his last 4 games, averaging almost 34 points a game. He is out to earn a big contract at the end of the season and could very well be a league winner. While Jeff started the season strong with Alvin Kamara and Saquon Barkley having a historic year as he might break the Razor season rushing record, both teams have a shot in this one. In our second playoff matchup, Jacob will be going up against Nick. Jacob has had some shaky performances at the running back position, but led by touchdown thief Jalen Hurts and the recent success of Jerry Jeudy, he will be looking for an upset. Nick, on the other hand, has been riding the workhorse running backs in Bijan Robinson, Derrick Henry, Tony Pollard, and Chase Brown. They have all helped put him in a position. Now they need to continue to perform at a high level as he has his sights set on the championship. So, with the playoffs starting, we want to make sure that the smack talk stays strong. Those out of the playoffs can still talk smack. So what? They missed the playoffs this season. There's always next year. For those 6 teams that are remaining, it's all about earning that big for blue placard. But we have to remember who earned the yuck for yellow placard. This is hot off the press here. Going to Matthew right there. We can see that. It's got his name on it. Hot garbage fire sale. That started off very early for Matthew. He did have a chance to avoid it in the end. It is his. So, I'm sorry, Matthew. Your team blows, and you'll get this lovely, cherished keepsake. On the other hand, with those 6 teams that are remaining, keeping in mind, you're going big for blue. In the end, one of us is going to have this piece of commemorative keepsake on your wall. Going big for blue. That's what this league is all about. 6 teams in, 1 will remain standing. Now, as we turn our attention to regular football, of course, on Thursday night, the 49ers taking on the Rams. 49ers have a less than 5% chance to make the playoffs, but can still play spoiler, and nothing would make them happier than taking down division rival, the Los Angeles Rams. But they have their work cut out for them. The Jets will be taking on the Jaguars, a couple of 3-10 teams. I'm not sure either team really wants to win that game, as they are looking at a top 5 draft pick. So that could be really bad to watch. And then, of course, Sunday Night Football, I've got the Packers and the Seahawks. That could be very entertaining. Seahawks currently have the inside track for the NFC West, while the Packers will be looking to get themselves right, as they will be a wild card team in the playoffs. And then the Monday Night Football doubleheader. Still don't fully understand why we have 2 games on Monday night. Hard to watch both. Doesn't make a lot of sense, but no need there. So with those 4 teams that are playing meaningful games this week, Goody and Jeff going at it, and Nick and Jacob, best of luck. Hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful week. Go Niners, and Commissioner out.